The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. We are just getting started. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become...
He leaps for it! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And here's Del Piero, tries a shot! Alessandro Del Piero, another ice-cool goal!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
He gave it plenty and some, crashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Italy finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Shot a goal! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Cruyff. Cannavaro calmly anticipates, bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Looking for the run. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Terrific effort! It's loose now and they want to get it back. He's hit it first time.
Cantona cannot be faulted for trying. It was asking to be hit just a bit straighter.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Oh, there's a probing ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Del Piero. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. That's a little off target. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Italy really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
He's found a way through.
Del Piero clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that
shot! And that's a sharp finish! De Jong. Can he get it through? Oh, that's fabulous! Engages and forces him off the ball. Pepe, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's a sharp little ball here. In towards the back stick.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper. Milan really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Here comes the cross. And he's there to clear it.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Italy have the chance to go the other way. Oh, super find. Just the keeper in, it shoots! And he hits the net! Italy are back in business! That was a given, it always was.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Italy restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Nice interception, well timed. Played into space. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Now he's got space here. Oh, that's well spotted. Tries to play it through, and he cuts out the supply. That's a good ball out wide. And it's Cruyff. And that interception was most necessary. Cruyff can so cleverly bypass the press. And he's intervened well there. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Looking for options for movement. And this is Cruyff. He has found a way through. There's the header! Against the crossbar. Nearly, but not quite.
Well, was he a little smarter then, Peter, than he needed to be? I'm not sure he needed to cut it as fine as he did. He had enough of the goal to aim at.
That's a cute ball. Well timed, excellent interception. Nedved. Cantona, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Oh, good spread. That's a good run down the left. Elects to cross. That's a corner kick. And this could be the final action of the first half. Davids attempts a clearance. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How would you review the first half?
Italy will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. And that's the second half started.
Italy clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Good read, needed to be. Oh, shooting chance! And it's a goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
He's in a great position here, and he's got the beating of his man. Cantona. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well, that's been cut out, well played. That's a throw. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now, who's going to be first to this? It's run loose here. And this is Del Piero. And this is Cruyff. Oh, a gilt-edged chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Davids, Thuram cuts it out.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di
So we've reached the hour mark.
80.314 spettatori.
Davids. Thuram does really well to win the ball there. And no, that was never going to make it.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep...
And the shot! And a neat finish! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
And there's the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Well, that looks a decent ball, and that pass just didn't quite work. Cantona. And here's Del Piero. And it's Cruyff. And this is Ibrahimovic. Great challenge, time to perfection. That's put play to the danger. Milan needed that, they really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
That's an imaginative pass.
Italy really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 5, numero 10. Lasciano il campo per il numero 14, il numero 9. Attenzione,
Now
una
it's Rafael
sostituzione.
Leao. Oh, that's clever. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Italy clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
In with the challenge. Adriano unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now that's well seen too. Threads one in. He's beaten the last man, Bruno Fernandes. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means.
Chance! And that is wildly off target.
Milan certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Now it's Rafael Leao.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Maldini gets across and deals with it. Oh, easy pickings there. Adriano. Davids. A probing pass. Dink through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Il quarto
Italy
uomo
clearly
indica
didn't
2
help
minuti di
themselves by
recupero.
telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rafael Leao with the cross. That should... And that will be it. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner.